Thank you very much, Roger. I did omit one little piece of vital information, and that is, as you will see, one of the captives in the camps was that wonderful artist, Ronald Searle, and he secretively did drawings. He recorded what was happening, and his drawings have been published, and we are using one of them, drawn in captivity, on the memorial, as you will see later. Now I introduce Viscount Slim. He, after he is finished, will complete the proceedings. Thank you.
I was most impressed to hear that His Royal Highness Prince Philip has sent a message. You may not be aware that in the war, Prince Philip served. He wears the Burma Star. He served in the Royal Navy all around Burma and all over Southeast Asia. He is also the patron of the Burma Star Association, and you'll see one or two of our patrons here. And Prince Philip is the man, my boss, I report to about the affairs of the Burma Star Association. And it's typical of him to take an interest in what we are doing today. I congratulate everyone in Camden for setting about to get this marvelous memorial. And I'm particularly glad to see the railway lines, because the prisoners built this railway under the most appalling conditions, being beaten, being starved, no medical attention, living worse than animals in the camps. Just about every disease you can think of, from cholera, typhus, malaria, just everything. And for those that survive, and I've got one behind me here, Tony, they're very special men. And those that didn't survive are very special men. They didn't give up the ghost, they were just tortured, they were starved, and they died because there was no medicine. And the Japanese couldn't give a damn. And it's something in the history of the Japanese nation that they don't like talking about, but it's, I don't think anyone has been so crudely treated. Though those that have fought the Japanese will tell you that they were men of tremendous courage. If you were attacked by 500 Japanese, you had to kill 495. They never surrendered, and the last 5 would probably either kill themselves or lie on a grenade, and if you were stupid enough to roll them over, you wouldn't be standing here today. Very courageous. I don't think we British have fought a nation with the men who have this supreme courage and simply didn't believe in the word surrender. And the way they behaved with the people they captured, prisoners of war, and the countries they conquered, the way they behaved was really quite terrible. We talk about the military prisoners of war. This memorial quite rightly talks about the civilians. In a way, anyone from Britain, man, woman or child, who was captured in all the different countries from Hong Kong, Malaya, Burma, and the Dutch in the East Indies, the Americans in the Philippines, the French in what was then Indochina. They were very badly treated too. I won't go into it. But in some ways, the civilian had a worse time, because the Japanese took his business, took the money out of his bank account, separated the men from the husbands, from the wives and the children, and for 4.5 years, none of them knew what was happening, and of course many of them died. And at the end of the war, all they had in life was the loincloth that they were wearing when they were rescued. So it was a very tough, sad story, and to get through that, you had to be one hell of a chap, or one hell of a girl, or one hell of a young boy or girl. And so many did. And it's that as well that we remember. So today we remember those that died, who were still very special men and women, and those that have lived since, many who have died. And this is a very special part. You've got to remember the war in Asia went on a good 3 or 4 months after the war finished here and on the continent. And when these chaps came home, no one gave a damn. No one bothered about them. No one really took care of them. And they were just demobbed and told to get on with life. They did suffer, and they do suffer. And I think one of the things that Eric Gordon said so well is that you must, people of Camden, bring your children here, bring the young men and women here, tell them the history, and tell them these were very special men and women, civil and military, deserve never to be forgotten and always remembered. And I really pay great tribute to you of Camden for doing this. Now there's one other small thing which I like to see. If you are the widow, the daughter, the son, the grandson, your father or grandfather or whatever he was, uncle, will have some medals. He'll have the medals that Tony's got here. Now, when you come and remember them, you can wear them. You can put them on the right-hand side. I think I see a lady with them on the right-hand side. And that is a lovely thing to do. And look at me, young boy. When your grandfather, great-grandfather, is not here anymore, you come here and you wear his medals here. All right? He'll like that. He may not be here, but he'll like that. Okay? Good. Now, I think in memory of all this, we should have 1 minute's silence, and I'll hand over the parade to the Sergeant Major.